Band-Aids don't give you AIDS.
I love it when people don't understand what Pay Piggy is. Don't worry about it. Just give up, dude. Just give up. You'll never get it. Give up. What is this? What is this? Oh my, what is this? What is this? And by the way, I don't even know. I've never even known what Met Gala is. I know that we've actually covered this for years. Well, somehow we covered this for years, and I have no idea what this is. So if somebody said, you've talked about the symbolism of these ridiculous outfits, but what is it? I would be like, I don't actually know. It's a thing where you just put clothes on, walk around. And is that really, is there talent involved in this? I mean, basically it just looks like people just like putting garbage on, right? I'm literally like garbage and walking around. Is that really an art? I don't really think it is. And we're going to be looking at the destruction of the arts intentionally from the inside out, the subversion of the arts, which I know everybody kind of knows about this to a degree, especially if you've followed this channel, but we haven't really done a fun live stream looking at this. I did a video last year about how modern art was dumb, but we have abstract art, modern art. And then if you start talking about this, some douchebag who spent $100,000 to get a degree in this crap will always correct you. That's not modern art. That is abstract art. That is different from postmodernism. That is different from blah, blah, blah. Right? And they'll just go on and on and on. And it's like, I don't even care to see your face ever again. And when I was in college, that was when hipsters were like really becoming popular. And everybody in the art department were just insufferable, intolerable hipsters. And I would be over there critiquing these people. I would be over there debating these people, who of course are complete idiots, but because they would have all these art shows. The school I went to, the university I went to, had kind of a decent art department, but it was staffed by all these quacks and weirdos. And then I had an ex-fiance, and her older sister did Vanderbilt art, and boy did I get to meet some freaks in that. And I remember thinking, like, who comes up with this stuff? Is like pure demonic, dude. I mean, like, really is straight up demonic. I don't know why this whole domain is just so infested with the demonic, but ultimately I guess I do know that because it comes back to subversion. And the arts are basically nothing but subversion. Now, everything is inverted for subversion, inversion for subversion, basically. So, first of all, what is this stupid thing? Let's find out. It's the party of the year.
Over the years, the Gala has become a reflection
and
of changing culture. Not to mention
it's a reflection of changing culture. I mean, actually, I think it does go back, right? Because there was an image of Cher. If I could turn back time, from like the 70s at this thing. So I didn't even know it goes back. It's a fundraiser. Yeah, I'm sure that money goes to where it's supposed to go, right?
Arena for high fashion.
Who is that? That looks like a black version of the Giant from Twin Peaks. What is going on here?
Through the eyes of its curators, the Costume Institute's extraordinary holdings have evoked themes.
So it's just wearing costumes.
Historical periods to genres to individual design innovators.
Ooh, cultural appropriation. Cultural appropriation. Appropriation. Report that. That's a cultural appropriation. By the way, I forgot about. I wanted to also call to mind. Remember that satanic fashion show? Did we already cover that? We kind of covered that, didn't we? But that's okay. I mean, like, this whole world of fashion has just become, it's like, I don't even know how to describe what all this stuff is. You'll see what I mean. Yeah, that's it. They held this in a church, of course, right? The giant all-seeing eye and pentagrams in the background. But of course, to these normie-controlled so-called Satanists, they think that this is like really edgy and avant-garde. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna get one over on the Christians by, like, when we perform this grand ritual inside the Episcopalian cathedral, we'll get these Christians. It's like, you realize that the Episcopalians are a bunch of Satanists. I mean, like, you're run by Satan, like the same people that run the Episcopalian church, the Church of England, are the same people that are your handlers, dummy. Did you not know that? Ooh, he was there. That guy and her and she and them. Ooh, the best people.
The bravura sartorial choices of the guests.
Could you imagine how, like, you know, these people are just like completely miserable. I mean, imagine, so you sold out to go to this thing, to wear the most ridiculous, like, you look like a clown. You're clowning yourself, right? You played yourself. But this is like the epitome of high society, right? That's where we're going in high society. So let's look at the history of some of the beautiful high fashion outfits that we've seen. Let's see, 42 weirdest. I think I wanted to pull that up. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. Oh my gosh, did you see Rihanna? So Rihanna is like the Pope of her own church, basically. She's wearing the papal tiara, the papal outfit, the mitre, I should say. Heavenly bodies. And what's funny is that, I mean, how is this even edgy, right? They think this is edgy to do this, but it's not edgy when those quote denominations or sects like the Episcopalians that hosted the satanic fasting show, they're run by you. The same people that run and own you run those fake churches. So to be mocking the Pope, how is that edgy? I mean, it was kind of edgy when that crazy bald Sinéad O'Connor, when she tore up the picture of the Pope, that was kind of edgy, but only because nobody had done that before. By the way, do you know she's like a traditional Catholic priest now who thinks that she can do the Latin Mass? I'm not joking, by the way. Do you guys remember that? And why did she do that? It was supposed to be like a statement. Ripped up a picture of the Pope for a state. Yeah. Now I guess she's a Muslim now. So she went from being a priest who said the Latin Mass. I'm not joking. She imagined that she was a priest who said the Latin Mass, and I guess she's a Muslim now, or a babushka. She converted to babushka. Okay, let's see. But I remember this being all over the news. I remember there was like a huge deal. It was like, whoa, edgy. Dr. Phil. Okay, let's see what she told Doc.
When you tore the Pope's...
Now, why did you tear up the picture of the Pope? And why did you cut your hair off?
up on Saturday Night Live, whose picture were you tearing up?
The Pope's.
I mean, what did the Pope represent to you?
Interestingly, what people don't know is that, first of all, we in Ireland knew 10 years before you all did about child abuse.
Oh, interesting. Proto-Chav chick. By 2014, she was a traditional Catholic priest. And then by 2020, she was a Muslim. But I feel sorry for a lot of these Irish people. I feel like they were abused by Roman Catholicism, and now they're mad and lashing out, right? And that basically the whole country is just like destroying itself. Oh, here she is wearing. Let's see if we can watch any of this. I don't want to get the stupid thing dinged, but what would you?
Became a priest because I believe in the church and I don't want the church to die. because I believe in the power of prayer, the power of the spoken word, and because I believe in Christianity.
Now, when you were getting ordained as a traditional Catholic priest, did it ever occur to you that you don't have the right equipment to do that?
By the way, if you would hit like and share. I think I do a pretty good Dr. Phil. Come on now. And also, if you want to support the show, you can support via Super Chats. I'm going to go ahead and get ordained at the traditional Latin Mass chapel that Father Sinéad O'Connor used to be the priest of. Could you imagine confessing your sins to Sinéad O'Connor? I've got some confessions. I've been a bad girl. I've been a bad boy. Where was I at?
Can I confess to you? I'd like to confess my sins to you.
By the way, Dr. Phil's show is really entertaining if you've never watched it. But don't start watching it because you'll get addicted. Because it's basically a perfect mix of just madness, insanity, and his patented method of trying to solve insanity through whatever Dr. Phil does, talking to them about. One thing that he does is pretty cool is when he's dealing with crazy people, he'll just kind of ask them,
do you think that it is all possible? Is it even possible that maybe you aren't Jesus?
Right? And they'll be like, perhaps.
Okay, let's work from there.
Right. That actually does seem to work, right? If you watch the show some, you'll notice that when he starts asking them if it's even possible, then he starts to have some inroads to getting people to maybe coming back to sanity. But I mean, delusion is a powerful drug.
Delusion, a hell of a drug.
And that's what pretty much everybody's on, especially all of these so-called elites, right? All these celebrities. I mean, they're sniffing their own toot gas, basically, right? We all know that. But why are they so intent on, well, is narcissism? Okay, yeah. But there's something else going on. And that something else that's going on that we have talked about for so long, that was so controversial and so, that's just so stupid. They're not into the occult. They're not into, and then now that it's coming out, now it's like, okay, but it's not, it's just for shock and awe. And by the way, it's not that bad, right? Drinking blood, not that bad. It's just shock and awe. And they don't really do it, except that they kind of do it, but not really. But that's not enough to explain what's really going on. And it's not just enough to say, there's illuminate, confirm. No. There is a strategy and a technique to subversion. And this is what most people don't understand. That's why we are getting more and more popular, is that we actually have the best analysis of this beyond just the kind of low IQ, illuminate, confirm, right? All seeing eye everywhere. There's more to it than that, because it's a strategy, a technique of subversion that's part of psychological warfare. And you can destroy cultures from within. Think of, this is something everybody knows about. Everybody knows about the Opium War. By the way, I'm going to cover Dope Inc. pretty soon. What is the Opium War? That everybody knows that the British Empire imported a drug to destroy a culture, to destroy China, as a form of warfare. And why is that so powerful? Well, the more people that you can addict to this, the more, not only are you making profits, but you can also erode a society with vices. And this is something that libertarians and people on the left just cannot figure this out. They cannot, it's beyond them to figure out that there's more to a social order than free enterprise in the market. Okay, you can degrade through toxic culture a society. And everybody's kind of seeing that that's what's going on, right? They can see that this is happening. But people can't put two and two together to figure out that it's also intentional. Now, a lot of these goobers here that you see on the screen and these celebrities, I mean, these are just mind bombed. Like they're like king and queen of the NPC realm. A lot of these people are themselves mind bombed and out of it and have no idea what's going on. I mean, you hear them talk. I mean, these people don't know what's going on, right? And one thing that we started to notice, I know you guys, this audience has totally noticed it, is that even amongst high-level, powerful people, quite a few of them still can't put big picture together. They can't really figure out what they might know a little bit, right? Remember what we were talking about with Boomer Garcia, right? He could figure out that
the evil corporations, dude, they want to make a buck, man. And, they had JFK killed and they suppressed the alien info.
Alien info, right? But that's like as far as he'll go.